Custom loadout. Custom loadout. Bomb shotgun. Custom loadout. Custom loadout.
It was a stuffed animal. last one he brought, I had to the grocery store someday. And then he got cancer. So, you want to test the beds? Of course. You monster. Hey! 3, 2, 1. The next time it makes eye contact is when you make eye contact with your wall. In the next 24 hours, you are going to meet the cutest animals ever.
God damn, how's my aim slipping? Sir, so to be popular. Just to be popular.
I'm so glad it's nice to meet you. She's lovely, Luz. Yes. Yeah. And what? This is horrific. Jesse, she is. There's some family inside. It is. I'm sorry, we have to put it into
3, 2, 1. It's the worst first date you've ever been on. Brother's girlfriend sent me on a blind date with her friend who is, in her words, totally into heavy guys. So I go to pick her up and my alarms go off. While she's not a 10, she is definitely what most would consider out of my league. I try to talk to her on the ride. At most I get non-committal grunts of words in response. We get to the place to eat, a steakhouse that's noted in my area for being nice but not super expensive, and get our table. We order our food. While waiting, I try to talk to her. Simple things. Is she from around here? Got any hobbies? Etc., etc. She just taps on her phone and gives me small 2-word answers for the most part. Food shows up. She picks up her plate and heads to a whole other table. Tells me her friend showed up. Hey, apparently, it's not invited. Meanwhile, she's sitting at the other table with a good bit of expensive food. I blink for a bit, then call the waiter over and explain what's up. I want separate checks. He agrees. I go ahead and pay for my food. She begins ordering drinks. Not just for her, but all of her friends. I just finished what I got of my food. About an hour later, she comes back over and says she's ready to go. I wave the waiter down and tell him she's ready to go. He brings her a check for well over $100. She just smiles and looks at me and pushes it towards me, explaining I was paying. I push it back and tell her I'm not. Get up. I'm smiling. I've had a lovely time tonight. I hope you have good luck at paying your tab and finding a life that doesn't involve a police cruiser. Brother's girlfriend began blowing the phone an hour later about how could I do that to a friend. It's the worst first date you've ever been on. Brother's girlfriend sent me on a blind date with a friend who is, in her words, totally into heavy guns. So I go to pick her up and my alarms go off. While she's not a 10, she is definitely what most would consider unbelievable. I try to talk to her on the ride. At most, I get non-committal grunts of words in response. We get to the place to eat, a steakhouse that's noted in my area for being nice but not super expensive, and get our table. We order our food. While waiting, I try to talk to her. Simple things. She from around here, got any hobbies, etc., etc. She just taps on her phone and gives me small two-word answers for the most part. Food shows up. She picks up her plate and heads to a whole other table. Tells me her friend showed up. Hey, apparently, was not invited. Meanwhile, she's sitting at this other table with a good bit of expensive food. I blink for a bit, then call the waiter over and explain to her what's up. I want separate checks. He agrees. I go ahead and pay for my food. She begins ordering drinks, not just for her, but all of her friends. I just finished what I got of my food. About an hour later, she comes back over and says she's ready to go. I wave the waiter down and tell him she's ready to go. He brings her a check for well over $100. She just smiles and looks at me and pushes it towards me, explaining I was paying. I push it back and tell her I'm not. Get up, smiling. Have a lovely time tonight. I hope you have good luck in paying your tab and finding a ride home that doesn't involve a police cruiser. Brother's girlfriend began blowing the phone up an hour later about how could I do that to a friend. It's the worst first date we've ever been on. Brother's girlfriend sent me on a blind date with her friend who is, in her words, totally into heavy guns. So I go to pick her up and my alarms go off. While she's not a 10, she is definitely what most would consider unbelievable. I try to talk to her on the ride. At most, I get nothing words in response. We get to the place to eat, a steakhouse that's noted in my area for being nice but not super expensive, and get our table. We order our food. While waiting, I try to talk to her. Simple things. She from around here, got any hobbies, etc., etc. She just taps on her phone and gives me small two-word answers for the most part. Food shows up. She picks up her plate and heads to a whole other table. Tells me her friend showed up. Hey, apparently, was not invited. Meanwhile, she's sitting at this other table with a good bit of expensive food. I blink for a bit, then call the waiter over and explain to him what's up. I want separate checks. He agrees. I go ahead and pay for the food. She begins ordering drinks. Not just for her, but all of her friends. I just finished what I got of my food. An hour later, she comes back over and says she's ready to go. I wave the waiter down and tell him she's ready to go. He brings her a check for well over $100. She just smiles and looks at me and pushes it towards me, explaining I was paying. I push it back and tell her I'm not. Get up, smell it. I've had a lovely time tonight. I hope you have good luck at paying your tax and finding a life. It doesn't involve a police cruiser. His girlfriend began blowing the phone an hour later about how could I do that to a friend. It's the worst first date we've ever been on. Brother's girlfriend sent me on a blind date with a friend who is, in her words, totally into heavy guns. So I go to pick her up and my alarms go off. While she's not a 10, she's different.
I guess that's what I did.
Taylor. Taylor. Taylor.
What most would consider out of my league.
Accompanied by a loud noise, 50,000 snap pops were thrown from the rooftop. Can these snap pops create craters on the ground? As fireless firecrackers, anyone who has played with them knows they explode with a light toss. First, prepare 10,000 snap pops and place a handful on the hydraulic press. As the hydraulic press moves downward, after a series of crackling sounds, all 10,000 snap pops were flattened. This time, pile the snap pops in front of a tire. Then start the car.
And I know it's gonna be.
Shaq is what?